My beloved child, I am speaking to you in this quiet moment because I have heard the silent questions that echo within the chambers of your heart when the world is asleep, and you are alone with your thoughts. You have been looking backward, staring at the closed doors of your past, wondering if the best days of your life are behind you, slipping through your fingers like grains of fine sand that can never be gathered again. I see the heaviness you carry, the weight of memories that are both beautiful and painful, and I feel the hesitation in your spirit as you stand on the threshold of tomorrow, afraid that the future holds only shadows of what used to be. But I am here to whisper a truth that will shatter your fears and illuminate the path before you. Your history is not greater than your destiny, and what I am preparing to bring into your life is infinitely better than anything you have left behind. I know that lately, you have felt a deep and weary exhaustion that goes far beyond the physical tiredness of a long day. It is a weariness of the soul that comes from carrying the burden of regret and the heavy luggage of what if and if only. You have been replaying scenes from your past, dissecting conversations, analyzing mistakes, and grieving over relationships or opportunities that seem to have dissolved into the mist, leaving you with an emptiness that feels impossible to fill. You have whispered to yourself that perhaps you missed your chance, that perhaps your season of joy has expired, and that you must now settle for a life that is less vibrant, less meaningful, and less filled with love than what you once knew. But I want you to know that this feeling of loss is not the end of your story. It is merely the clearing of the ground before I build a magnificent new structure upon the foundation of your life. Have you noticed the restlessness that has been stirring within you? A sense that you no longer fit into the places and spaces that once felt so comfortable and familiar to you, as if you have outgrown the shell of your former life. This discomfort you are feeling is not a sign that you are lost or that you have taken a wrong turn, but rather it is a divine signal that I am loosening the roots of your current season so that you can be transplanted into a soil that is richer and more fertile for your growth. You have been trying to hold onto things that have already served their purpose, grasping tightly to people or situations that were only meant to be chapters in your book, not the entire story. I am gently prying your fingers open, not to take away your happiness, but to release you from the limitations of the past so that your hands are free to receive the abundance of the new blessings I am about to pour out. I see the tears you have cried in secret, the ones you quickly wipe away before anyone else can see, representing the grief of a heart that feels it has been stripped of its treasures and left to weather the storm without shelter. You have felt a sense of abandonment, questioning why I allowed certain doors to close, why I allowed certain people to walk away, and why I allowed your plans to crumble into dust when you had prayed so fervently for them to succeed. It is natural for you to mourn the loss of what was, for your heart is tender and you love deeply, but I need you to trust that my no was actually a protective yes to something far greater that your eyes cannot yet see. I did not remove those things to harm you or to leave you empty. I removed them because they were too small for the destiny I have written for you, and they would have hindered the glorious expansion that is coming. You have been walking through a valley of shadows, feeling the cold wind of uncertainty blowing against your face, and the fear of the unknown has paralyzed your steps, making you want to retreat into the safety of your memories. The enemy of your soul wants you to believe that your future is a barren wasteland, a place of scarcity and loneliness, where you will never again experience the heights of joy or the depths of connection you once had. But that is a lie designed to keep you chained to a grave of dead things, preventing you from seeing the resurrection life that I am breathing into your tomorrow. I am the God of new beginnings, the author of fresh starts, And I promise you that the sun is rising on a new day that will outshine the brightness of your past noons. Consider the way you have been feeling lately, that strange mix of anxiety and anticipation, as if the very atmosphere around you is charged with electricity, signaling that a storm is breaking and the air is changing. This is not the chaos of destruction, but the turbulence of transition. It is the sound of the old walls coming down so that I can expand the borders of your territory and give you influence and blessings that you never thought possible. You have felt like a stranger in your own life, because the person you are becoming can no longer dwell in the house of the person you used to be. I am upgrading your spirit, refining your character, and expanding your capacity to love and to be loved, preparing you for a level of favor that requires a stronger vessel to contain it. There have been moments in the silence of the night when you have felt a sudden, inexplicable peace wash over you, a fleeting sense of assurance that everything is going to be all right, even though your circumstances have not yet changed. That peace is my presence wrapping around you, a foretaste of the stability and the joy that is coming, a gentle reminder that I am still on the throne and that I am working all things together for your ultimate good. You have dismissed these moments as wishful thinking or imagination, but they are actually spiritual impartations, breadcrumbs of hope that I am dropping on your path to lead you out of the forest of despair. I am speaking to your spirit even when your mind is full of doubt, planting seeds of faith that will soon sprout into a harvest of miracles that will leave you astounded. I know the pain of feeling misunderstood, the ache of walking a path that those around you cannot see or understand, leaving you feeling isolated and questioning if you are truly hearing my voice or if you are just wandering aimlessly. You have looked for validation from others and found only silence or confusion, and this has made you doubt the calling I have placed on your life, causing you to wonder if you have disqualified yourself from my promises. But listen closely. The isolation you have felt is not a punishment. It is a consecrated separation, a time where I have pulled you aside to speak to you intimately and to download heaven's strategy into your heart without the interference of the world's noise. I have hidden you in the shadow of my hand not to bury you, but to protect you while you undergo the metamorphosis that will reveal your true colors to the world. You have endured a season of pruning, where it felt as if I was cutting away parts of your life that were vibrant and alive, and the pain of that process has left you feeling raw, exposed, and vulnerable to the elements. It is hard for you to understand why I would ask you to let go of things that seemed good, things that brought you comfort, and things that you thought were gifts from my hand. But a good gardener knows that for a branch to bear maximum fruit, it must be pruned of the sucker shoots that drain its energy, and sometimes even good branches must be cut back to make room for the great branches to grow. I have not been cruel to you. I have been careful with you, shaping you with the precision of a master artist who knows exactly what needs to be removed to reveal the masterpiece hidden within the stone. The disappointments you have faced were not accidents or random acts of cruelty from the universe. They were divine detours that steered you away from cliffs you could not see and dead ends that would have wasted your precious years. You have grieved over the job you didn't get, the relationship that ended, the loan that was denied, and the healing that seemed delayed, thinking that I had forgotten you or that I was withholding good from you. But if I had allowed you to walk through those doors, you would have settled for a bronze life when I have a gold life prepared for you. You would have been content with mediocrity when I created you for greatness. I closed those doors to force you to keep moving, to keep seeking, and to keep knocking until you arrived at the door that has your name written on it in letters of fire. Do not let the scars of your past define the potential of your future. Do not let the memory of the pain be louder than the voice of my promise. For I am a God who heals the brokenhearted and binds up their wounds with a love that leaves no trace of the injury. You look at your scars and see ugliness and damage, but I look at your scars and see badges of honor, proof that you have fought battles and survived, evidence that you are a warrior who cannot be defeated by the trials of life. I am going to use the very things that were meant to destroy you as the platform for your greatest ministry and your most powerful testimony. Your pain will become a pulpit, your misery will become a ministry, and your mess will become a message of hope for thousands who are trapped in the same darkness you have just escaped. I am aware of the financial struggles that have kept you awake at night, the anxiety of watching the numbers dwindle and wondering how you will provide for yourself and those you love, feeling the crushing weight of lack and limitation. You have prayed for a breakthrough and seen only bills. You have sown seeds of generosity and felt like you were reaping a harvest of dust, and this has made you question if I am truly Jehovah Jireh, your provider. But I want you to know that your current lack is not a permanent state. It is a temporary valley of preparation where I am teaching you to trust in my resources rather than the world's economy. I am about to release a flow of provision that will not only meet your needs but will overflow into the lives of others. For what is coming is a season of supernatural abundance that will make up for the years the locusts have eaten. You have felt a deep loneliness even when you are in a crowded room, a sense of being disconnected from the hearts of others, longing for a soul-deep connection that seems to evade you no matter how hard you try to find it. This loneliness has made you question your worth, wondering if you are unlovable or if you are destined to walk this earth without a partner, a true friend, or a community that truly sees and values you. But I have set you apart for a specific time and a specific tribe, and the reason you have not fit in with the others is because you were not made for them. You were made for a covenant connection that is currently being prepared for you. I am aligning the stars and shifting the atmospheres to bring people into your life who will love you with a purity and a loyalty that will heal the wounds of every betrayal you have ever suffered. The battles you have fought in your mind, the constant war against negative thoughts, insecurities, and the haunting whispers of you are not enough, have left you mentally exhausted and emotionally drained. You have tried to silence these voices with distractions, with busy work, and with the noise of the world, but they always return in the silence, gnawing at your peace and stealing your joy. I am here to tell you that the battle is not yours, but mine, and I am handing you the sword of the Spirit and the shield of faith to extinguish every fiery dart of the enemy. I am renewing your mind and rewriting the script of your inner dialogue, replacing the lies of the accuser with the truth of my word, which says you are chosen, you are royal, you are holy, and you are dearly loved. Stop looking at the ashes of your past and mourning the beauty that was lost. For I am the God who gives beauty for ashes, the oil of joy for mourning, and the garment of praise for the spirit of heaviness. Ashes are not the end of the substance. They are the purest form of what remains after the fire has burned away all impurities, and they are the essential ingredient for the new growth that is about to spring forth. I am taking the ashes of your failed dreams, your broken relationships, and your shattered hopes, and I am mixing them with the water of my Spirit to create a fertile soil for a garden of grace that will bloom in the middle of your desert. What is coming is not just a restoration of what you lost. It is a multiplication, a divine upgrade that will make you forget the pain of the fire because of the glory of the new creation. I know you have felt like you are running out of time, that the clock is ticking against you, and that you have missed the window of opportunity to achieve your dreams or to find the happiness you have been seeking. The world tells you that you are too old, too late, too broken, or too far behind to start over, and these societal pressures weigh heavy on your spirit, causing you to panic and make decisions out of fear. But I live outside of time. I am the Alpha and the Omega, the beginning and the end, and I can redeem the time, accelerating your progress so that you accomplish in 1 year what would normally take 10. Do not look at the calendar on the wall. Look at the promise in my heart, for your season of favor has no expiration date, and I am able to do exceedingly abundantly above all that you ask or think, regardless of your age or your past. There is a specific dream I placed in your heart long ago, a vision of what your life could be. But life's hardships and the discouragement of others have buried that dream under layers of doubt and practicality. You have tried to forget it, to be realistic, to settle for what is easy and safe. But that dream keeps resurfacing, a gentle tug on your soul that refuses to go away because it is born of my spirit. I am breathing on the embers of that dream today, fanning it into a flame that will consume your fears and ignite a passion within you that cannot be quenched by any obstacle. What is coming is the resurrection of that dream, but it will look different than you imagined. It will be bigger, bolder, and more impactful, for it has been matured in the secret place of your waiting. You have struggled with forgiveness, finding it hard to release those who have hurt you deeply, those who betrayed your trust and left you bleeding by the side of the road while they walked away unscathed. The bitterness has tasted like poison in your mouth, and you have wondered why justice seems to sleep while the wicked prosper, feeling that if you forgive, you are letting them off the hook and invalidating your pain. But forgiveness is not for them. It is for you, a key that unlocks the prison cell of your own heart and allows you to walk free from the chains of the past that bind you to your abuser. I am giving you the grace to release them into my hands, for vengeance is mine and I will repay. But more than that, I am giving you the power to heal so completely that their actions no longer have any hold over your emotions or your future. I see the anxiety that grips you when you think about the changing world, the instability of the times, and the unpredictability of life, making you feel like a small boat tossed about on a raging ocean. You crave security and stability, a solid rock to stand on, but everything around you feels like shifting sand, and you are exhausted from trying to maintain your balance in a world that keeps tilting. I am your rock, your fortress, and your deliverer. I am the anchor that holds within the veil, and I am grounding you in a truth that is unshakable and eternal. What is coming is a deep, abiding sense of security that is not based on your bank account, your job, or your relationships, but on the unchangeable nature of my love for you, a foundation that no storm can erode. You have been faithful in the small things, serving in the shadows, giving when you had little, and loving when you were not loved in return. And you have wondered if anyone sees, if anyone cares, or if your labor is in vain. You have felt invisible, overlooked, and underappreciated, watching others receive the accolades and the rewards while you continue to toil in obscurity, fighting the jealousy that tries to creep into your heart. But I am the God who sees in secret and rewards openly. I have been keeping a book of remembrance, and not a single act of kindness, not a single tear, and not a single prayer has escaped my notice. Your season of hiddenness is coming to an end, and I am about to bring you onto a public stage, not for your glory, but to display my goodness through your life as a testimony to my faithfulness. The confusion you have felt recently, the fog that has clouded your mind and made it difficult to make decisions, is clearing away like the morning mist before the rising sun. You have been paralyzed by the fear of making a mistake, of choosing the wrong path and ruining your destiny. So you have stood still at the crossroads, trembling and waiting for a sign written in the sky. But I have given you the mind of Christ. I have placed my wisdom within your spirit, and I am sharpening your discernment so that you will know the way to walk with absolute clarity. What is coming is a season of strategic precision, where every step you take will be ordered by the Lord, and you will move with a confidence and a certainty that will confound those who thought you were lost. I am breaking the generational curses that have plagued your family line, the cycles of addiction, poverty, divorce, and depression that have held your ancestors captive and tried to claim you as their next victim. You have felt the pull of these ancient chains, the struggle against patterns that seem ingrained in your DNA, and you have feared that you are doomed to repeat the mistakes of those who came before you. But the blood of the Lamb is stronger than your lineage. I am severing the spiritual umbilical cord that ties you to the dysfunction of the past, and I am establishing a new bloodline of blessing and righteousness through you. What is coming is a legacy of freedom. You are the cycle breaker, the pioneer who will clear the path for your children and your children's children to walk in victory. There is a hunger in your soul for something more than just survival, a deep craving for significance and purpose that the mundane routine of daily life cannot satisfy. You have felt like a caged eagle, created to soar in the high places but forced to peck at the ground with the chickens, and your spirit is groaning for the release of the potential that is trapped inside you. I am unlocking the cage door today. I am stirring the winds of the Spirit to catch your wings, and I am calling you to ascend to the heights where you belong. What is coming is a grand adventure of faith, a life of impact and influence where you will make a difference in the world simply by being who I created you to be. You have been afraid to hope again because the pain of disappointment was so crushing the last time. So you have built walls around your heart to protect it from being broken, living in a safe but suffocating numbness. You have lowered your expectations, telling yourself that it is better to expect nothing and be pleasantly surprised than to aim high and fall hard. But this cynicism is a poison that is slowly killing your faith. I am asking you to tear down those walls, to dare to dream again, to open your heart wide, and take the risk of believing in my goodness with a childlike wonder. What is coming is a wave of blessings that will crash over your walls and flood your life with a joy so intense that it will wash away the memory of every disappointment you have ever known. I am healing the wounds of rejection that have made you feel unwanted and unworthy, the painful memories of being left out, picked last, or cast aside by those whose approval you desperately sought. You have carried the label of reject on your forehead, walking with your head down, apologizing for your existence, and trying to shrink yourself so that you don't offend anyone or give them a reason to leave. But I have chosen you, I have called you by name, and I have adopted you into the royal family of heaven, giving you a seat at the King's table where you are celebrated, not just tolerated. What is coming is a revelation of your true identity as a beloved child of the Most High God, a confidence that will allow you to walk into any room with your head held high, knowing that you belong to me. The silence of heaven has been deafening to you in recent months, and you have screamed out, "Where are you, God?" only to hear the echo of your own voice, leading you to believe that I have withdrawn my presence from you. You have interpreted my silence as anger or indifference, fearing that you have sinned beyond redemption or that I have simply lost interest in your life. But silence is not absence. It is often the sign of deep intimacy, like two lovers sitting together without the need for words, or a teacher remaining quiet during a test so the student can apply what they have learned. I have been closer to you in the silence than I ever was in the noise, working in the depths of your spirit to build a faith that does not rely on feelings or manifestations. What is coming is a restoration of your voice, for you have been silenced by fear and intimidation for too long, swallowing your truth to keep the peace and allowing others to speak over you and define your reality. I am putting a new song in your mouth, a roar of authority that will make the enemy tremble, and I am empowering you to speak your truth with love and boldness, without apology or hesitation. You will no longer be the echo of someone else's opinion. You will be the amplifier of my word, and your testimony will set captives free and bring light to those sitting in darkness. I am dealing with the secret sins and the hidden habits that you have struggled to overcome. The things that you keep in the dark and are terrified will be brought into the light. You have lived in a cycle of shame and repentance, promising to do better and then falling again, feeling like a hypocrite and wondering if you will ever be truly free. But I am not here to condemn you. I am here to deliver you, to shine the light of my grace into those dark corners, not to expose you to ridicule, but to burn away the infection that is draining your life. What is coming is a purity and a wholeness that you have never experienced, a freedom where you have nothing to hide, nothing to prove, and nothing to lose. You have worried about your physical health, the aches and pains, the diagnosis, or the fear of infirmity that threatens to limit your future and rob you of your vitality. You have prayed for healing and felt like nothing is happening, watching your body age or struggle, and feeling betrayed by the vessel that carries your spirit. But I am the God who knits you together in your mother's womb, and my spirit that raised Christ from the dead dwells in your mortal body, giving life and strength to your limbs. What is coming is a renewal of your youth like the eagles, a surge of divine health and energy that will enable you to run and not grow weary, to walk and not faint, fulfilling the number of your days in strength. I am restoring the years that the cankerworm has eaten in your relationships, healing the breaches between parents and children, husbands and wives and friends who have been estranged by pride and misunderstanding. You have grieved over the broken bonds, trying to fix them in your own strength and only making the knot tighter, feeling helpless as you watch the distance grow. But I am the bridge builder, the reconciler of hearts, and I am softening the stony ground and preparing the way for forgiveness and restoration that will be miraculous in your eyes. What is coming is a season of reunion and harmony, where love will flow freely again, and the bonds that were broken will be forged stronger than they were before. You have felt the pressure to perform, to achieve, and to prove your worth through your accomplishments, running on a treadmill of striving that never reaches a destination of satisfaction. You have defined yourself by what you do rather than who you are, and this has led to burnout, anxiety, and a constant fear of failure that keeps you awake at night. I am inviting you off the treadmill and into my rest. I am calling you to cease from your own works and to trust in the finished work of the cross, where your value was settled once and for all. What is coming is a lifestyle of grace-based living, where you work from a place of rest, achieving more by doing less, because my favor will open doors that your striving could never nudge. The grief of losing a loved one has left a hole in your heart that feels permanent, a raw emptiness that throbs with every beat, making holidays and anniversaries painful reminders of who is missing. You have wondered if you will ever be happy again, if the laughter will ever return without the shadow of guilt, or if you are destined to walk with a limp for the rest of your days. But while grief is a season, it is not a lifestyle, and I am slowly knitting the edges of that wound together, leaving a scar that tells a story of love rather than a story of pain. What is coming is a comfort that goes beyond human understanding, a connection with the eternal that assures you that love never dies, and a return of joy that honors those who have gone before you. You have looked at the world around you and felt overwhelmed by the darkness, the injustice, and the suffering, feeling small and helpless to make any kind of difference. You have been tempted to withdraw into a bubble of self-preservation, to turn off the news and ignore the cries of the needy, because it hurts too much to care. But I have not given you a spirit of fear, but of power, love, and a sound mind. I have placed you in this generation not to retreat from it, but to be a light within it. What is coming is an anointing for impact, where I will use your hands to heal, your voice to comfort, and your resources to bless, making you a dangerous weapon against the kingdom of darkness. I am preparing a table for you in the presence of your enemies, those who mocked you, doubted you, and wished for your downfall, expecting to see you crumble under the pressure. They have watched and waited for your failure, but I am about to elevate you in their sight, not to feed your pride, but to vindicate my name and to show that those who trust in the Lord shall not be put to shame. What is coming is a divine promotion that cannot be blocked by office politics, jealousy, or human sabotage. For when I open a door, no man can shut it. You have struggled with the concept of surrender, afraid that if you let go of the steering wheel, your life will crash. So you have gripped it with white knuckles, trying to control every outcome. This need for control has been your safety net, but it has also been your cage, preventing you from experiencing the wild, beautiful adventure of following my spirit. I am asking you to pry your fingers off the wheel, to trust me with the navigation, even when the map doesn't make sense to your logical mind. What is coming is the freedom of surrender, the exhilarating peace of knowing that the driver of your life loves you infinitely and knows exactly where he is going. I am reawakening your creativity, the artistic and expressive gifts that you buried because they didn't seem practical or profitable. The songs, the books, the paintings, and the ideas that have been gathering dust in the attic of your soul. You told yourself you didn't have time or talent, or that it was just a childish hobby, but those gifts are reflections of my nature as the creator, and they are essential to your wholeness. What is coming is a renaissance of your spirit, a release of creative flow that will surprise you with its beauty and power, bringing healing to you and inspiration to others. You have felt like you are in a holding pattern, circling the airport but never landing, waiting for your life to truly begin while watching everyone else move forward. This waiting room has been frustrating and boring, and you have attempted to force a landing on a runway that isn't ready, risking a crash. But the holding pattern is for your safety. I am clearing the runway, preparing the ground crew, and ensuring the conditions are perfect for your arrival. What is coming is a smooth landing into your destiny, a perfect timing that will make sense of every minute of the delay. I am dealing with the roots of bitterness that have sprung up due to the unfairness of life, the deep sense of injustice that things didn't work out the way they should have. You have held court in your mind, putting me and others on trial, demanding answers and finding none, which has only led to a hardened heart. I am pouring the warm oil of my love over that hardness, asking you to trust my sovereignty even when you cannot trace my hand. What is coming is a sweetness of spirit that replaces the bitter taste, a profound trust that realizes my ways are higher than your ways and my thoughts than your thoughts. You have been afraid to be vulnerable, to let others see your mess and your weakness, wearing a mask of perfection and I'm fine to keep the world at bay. This mask has become heavy and suffocating, isolating you from the very connection you crave, for intimacy requires truth. I am calling you to drop the mask, to be authentically, beautifully you with all your cracks and flaws, for it is through the cracks that my light shines the brightest. What is coming is the freedom of authenticity, where you are loved for who you are, not for who you pretend to be. Listen to me, my child. The past is a closed chapter, a book that has been written and shelved, and while you can learn from it, you cannot live in it. You cannot drive forward by looking in the rearview mirror. If you do, you will crash. I am turning your head to face the front, to gaze into the horizon where the sun is rising, painting the sky with colors of hope and promise. What is ahead of you is so much greater than what is behind you that the two cannot even be compared. I am asking you to let go of the good old days, because they are becoming an idol that prevents you from seeing the better new days. You are glorifying the past, remembering only the highlights and forgetting the pain, creating a fantasy that makes the present look pale in comparison. But I am the God of the present and the future. I am the I am, not the I was. I am doing a new thing, now it springs forth. Do you not perceive it? The relationships that left you are making room for the relationships that will keep you. The jobs that released you are making room for the vocation that will fulfill you. The plans that failed are making room for the purpose that will sustain you. Nothing has been truly lost. It has simply been exchanged for something of higher value. You are trading your sorrows for my joy, your weakness for my strength, and your confusion for my peace. I want you to wake up every morning with a sense of expectancy, asking, what good thing is God going to do today? Instead of waking up with dread. Change your posture from one of defense, waiting for the next blow, to one of offense, seizing the day with faith and gratitude. I am loading your days with benefits, but you must have the eyes of faith to see them and the hands of faith to receive them. Do not let the enemy whisper that it is too late for you, that you have wasted too many years, or that your best potential is spent. Moses was 80 when he began his greatest mission. Sarah was 90 when she received her promise. Your age is just a number, but my spirit is eternal and ageless. I can birth a new purpose in you at any stage of life, and the glory of the latter house shall be greater than the former. You are coming into a season of harvest, where the seeds of tears you have sown for years will finally come up as sheaves of joy. You have sown in the dark, in the cold, and in the hard ground, often weeping as you scattered the seed, but the law of the harvest is unbreakable. Your harvest is not lost. It has been growing underground, and it is about to break the surface in a display of abundance that will overwhelm you. I promise you that the laughter that is coming will be deeper and more genuine than the laughter of your youth, for it will be a laughter born of victory over tears. The peace that is coming will be more stable than the ignorance of innocence, for it will be a peace tested by the storm and found unshakable. The love that is coming will be richer than the infatuation of the past, for it will be a love that has seen the worst and chosen to stay. Trust me when I say that I am holding your future in the palm of my hand, and I am not a clumsy God. I will not drop you, I will not forget you, and I will not fail you. I have a track record of faithfulness that spans eternity, and I am not about to ruin my reputation with you. You are safe with me, you are secure in me, and you are destined for glory in me. So lift up your head, wipe away your tears, and square your shoulders, for you are a child of the King, and you are walking towards a dawn that will never fade. The night is over, the winter is past, the singing of birds is heard in the land, and the time for your breakthrough has come. Believe it, receive it, and walk in it, for what is coming is better than what is gone, and the best is yet to come. I invite you to stay connected to this stream of hope and encouragement, to anchor your soul in these truths daily, as we walk this journey together. If this message has touched your heart, consider subscribing to this channel, not as a command, but as a way to ensure you never miss a whisper of love when you need it most. Let us build a sanctuary of peace together, a place where you can always return to be reminded of who you are and whose you are. Rest now in my promise, knowing that I am working while you sleep, arranging the pieces of your life into a picture of breathtaking beauty. You are loved with an everlasting love, and nothing in your past, present, or future can ever separate you from my heart. Peace be with you, my child. The morning is here,